we are going to talk about another pattern of inheritance. Now, the experiments which were conducted by Mendel, in that he observed that the characters or the traits which were shown by the plants during his study were just showing discontinuous variation. That means they were showing either of the trait, whether it was tall or dwarf, or whether it was the color of the flower, the shape of the seeds, round or wrinkled. But no one was showing the intermediate type. However, it was observed that the plants and animals are showing the gradations in certain type of phenotypes. For example, the color of the human skin, it is showing gradations. Also, the intelligence level, the height is also shows the gradation in the offspring. In that case, if we talk about the plants, the color of the kernel color of the wheat, the cob length of the maize. So there are different kinds of gradations in the phenotype, and these are known as continuous variations which take place. So no clear-cut trait is there, and that is what is we are talking of polygenic inheritance. In the polygenic inheritance, a particular trait or a phenotype is affected by two or more genes, and it is the cumulative effect or additive effect of all the genes that bring about the gradations. And since many genes are involved in the controlling or regulation of one phenotype, those genes are known as multiple genes or polygenes. So polygenes will be all those genes which are regulating particular phenotype. And this effect is brought about by the cumulative effect of all the genes. So here, since many genes are contributing, and depending upon the amount of the number of the genes which are causing the effect, it is also called as quantitative inheritance. So in quantitative inheritance, that means the genes are more than two genes are contributing for one phenotype. And some of the examples are kernel color in wheat, the skin color in the human beings, intelligence and height in the human beings again, and the cob length in the maize. However, in the case of polygenic inheritance, the F1 progeny will always be an intermediate type. And when it will be selfed, then we find different gradations. So polygenic inheritance is again a phenomena of inheritance.